Presiding, all those having business before the court draw near, you will be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good morning. Today is November 4th. Welcome to Lawrence County Municipal Court. We have reviews for people who have court orders to comply with. So we're reviewing to see what progress you've made there. So when your name's called, come up to the table to the right, and I'm going to review your file with you. Anyone that's out in the lobby's got a review needs to get in here now. Call the reviews, please.
State of Ohio versus Curdy Allen, Andy Lee Chapman, Misty D. Dotson, Evan Erie, Jaron Edgington, Stephen Fletcher, Cameron Harless, Misty Hunt.
Kurt Allen. Is Kurt Allen here? Kurt Allen is 24-268. Is not here, hasn't done anything. Gets a warrant for failure to appear today. Andy Chapman, 24-970, 24-780, 24-213, 24-289. Okay, and you're at RRS now?
No, they wouldn't accept me, so I got sent to OVP.
Yeah, so he's going to the OVP in Proctorville. I requested an updated report for him because I didn't have one this morning.
Okay. All right, well, Mr. Chapman, just have a seat, and when I get the report, then we'll call you back up and go over it. Misty Dotson, 23-706.
Sorry, Josh. That's my report.
Did you keep this?
Yeah, you can keep that, yes. Here's the drug screens too, Josh.
Okay.
Did you keep that?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, it's a compliant report. You've done your community service. And you've been paying on your fines. So you have a payment today?
Yes,
How much are you going to pay?
20.
20?
Yes.
Okay. See the clerk for your payment. Keep up with your counseling. It sounds like it's going well. They've decreased your frequency, right?
Yes.
Does it matter if it's Monday or Friday?
It doesn't matter.
December 20th. That's a Friday.
December 20th.
That's a Friday.
All right, thank you.
9 o'clock, December 20th. See the clerk. Oh, okay. Yes, I see. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and bring you up. We've got some representatives from Children's Hospital. You can kind of hard to see here a little bit. We'll let them come up and introduce themselves. Children's Hospital out of Columbus is doing a research project that's statewide, but they come to our court periodically and recruit volunteers, well-paid volunteers, right? So you can get paid to participate in this research project if you wish, and if you do or don't, doesn't matter to me, and I won't know one way or the other whether you participate or not. So if you would go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell them a little more about it.
Thank you. So sorry to interrupt. My name is Zara. This is Natalie. We're researchers from Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus. We're currently working on an overdose prevention study, as Judge Capper said, in which we're looking at different strategies to prevent overdose among people who currently or in the recent past have used any illicit substances. All it entails is completing some surveys. You would only have to meet with us once today for about 20 minutes. I'll emphasize that it is voluntary. You don't have to enroll, and any time you can always withdraw. It is confidential. None of the information you share with us is relayed back to the court, law enforcement, or tied to any pending cases you might have, and it is paid. If you choose to enroll today, for that 20 minutes of your time, you'll receive $25, and then you'll receive short surveys sent to you via email, all of which are also paid over about the span of the next year. If you're interested or you just have questions, no pressure at all. We're just around the corner back by where the holding cell is, past the bathrooms. There'll be a sign. You're welcome to stop by and talk to us. But thank you so much, and again, sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. I usually introduce you to begin with. I didn't see you here, so.
Thank you.
So they're in the hall on the west side of the building. Go down that hall if you're interested. You can do it if you want. If you don't want to, that's fine. I won't know either way whether you do or don't. Okay, Devin Erie. Devin Erie, 1954. It's a driving under suspension.
Your Honor, if I may, he did come in and do community service this morning. I did not let him do it because he had 4 days.
Okay, and he has done 3 days within the last month or so.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have any payment on your fines today?
I do have a payment on my fines today, yeah. I've just been in a weird spot financially with school, so I finally went through school and got a good job, so now I'm able to pay on my fines today.
Good. How much are you going to pay?
$200.
Where are you working?
Huntington Steel.
Does it matter? Your reviews are going to be Mondays or Fridays. Does it matter which day?
It doesn't matter which day, I work night shift.
Okay. I'm going to set it, your next one for December 27th. That's a Friday, so Christmas this year is Wednesday, so it'll be the Friday after Christmas. It'll be your next hearing at 9 o'clock. See the clerk. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
You are. Jaron Edgington. Jaron Edgington is 231190. You've still got community service to do.
Yeah, I put it, no.
Okay, sir. We don't know who that is, but you need to.
Extension was.
You. All right, so Mr. Edgington, you've got community service to do and the driver intervention program.
My driver intervention program is scheduled for the 14th.
Okay, of this month?
Yeah, and the last month since I've been here, I've started working so I could pay, because I had to pay like $800 for it. So now that I got the money.
Where are you going to the dip school? Here locally?
It's in Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, okay. That's what, that's $800 there?
Yeah, it was like $800 so I
Okay.
can make it. But other than that, I should, now that I got the money for it, I should be able to come up here and do my community service.
Okay, let's get it done. And
I'll have everything done by the next time I come up here.
your work schedule, does it matter if it's Mondays or Fridays for your review?
It does not matter.
I'll make it December 30th then. That's a Monday. December 30th. That'll be the last court session in this year. If you get it done, and get your dip school report successfully completed and filed, you don't have to come back. December 30th, 9 a.m. Stephen Fletcher. Stephen Fletcher is 23705. Okay. We got a report from RS. And it's a good report, and it's my understanding you've got an arrangement set up with Mr. Cooper to take care of the rest of your community service, so approve of that. I'll set you for December 30th also. December 30th is your next hearing, 9 a.m. Get it finished, you don't have to come back.
I'm paying on my restitution too today.
Okay. How much are you gonna pay?
20.
All right, see the clerk and make your payment.
All right, thank you.
Cameron Harless. 2348. Is that RRS?
Your Honor, he just completed last week.
Okay, very good. His fines are paid and community service is done. Okay, you're completed. Congratulations, you've done everything you were ordered to do, so mark your file complete.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Misty Hunt, 212088. Lawrence County Recovery. That's a good report for him. And you've done some community service since your last hearing?
Yes. I also did 12 more hours, but I didn't have my sheet to sign in it, but she has my name and stuff. It's the
Okay,
same
just
place
get
that I've done
turned
it
in,
before.
We'll give you credit for it.
Okay.
Do you have any payment on your fines today?
Not today. It won't be until next week whenever I get paid.
Okay. Yours is an older case, so I'm going to set you quicker for your follow-up review. It's going to be December 16th.
Okay. Thank you.
December
Your Honor.
16th at 9 o'clock is your next hearing. 9?
Okay. Thank you.
Ryan Johnson, Chad Joseph, Brian Pitts, Bradford Lusher, Heidi Meadows, Zachary Russell, William Spalding, Joe Walton II, Bruce Ward.
Ryan Johnson,
Yes, sir.
23-317. Okay, your community service is done, you just have to pay off your fines.
Yes, sir. I will have a payment either today or tomorrow when I get paid for this job. It'll be around 100 to 150.
Okay. I'll set your next review for December 20th, 9 a.m. Chad.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Chad Joseph, 24887. Chad Joseph, called, hasn't appeared. The bench warrant for failure to appear. Mr. Cooper. Brian Pitts, 222478, is here. Community service done. You just have to pay off your fines. Do you have a payment today?
Not today. I went in there and had to lay to write down what I owe so I can start making arrangements to make payments weekly to get it down.
December 20th is your next hearing, 9 o'clock. If you can't pay, start doing community service and get extra credit for your fine. Bradford Lusher, 213173, Bradford Lusher. Fines are paid. Community service just needs to be finished.
Yes, sir.
When can you do that?
Excuse me?
When can you do some community service?
Oh,
hopefully, between now and Christmas, it's gonna start getting cold, so, I'm gonna at least,
Give me a date when you're gonna be out here. We've been at this for a while, so.
say December 20th.
Now, that's a court day. We need you here during the week.
Oh,
And then the next, I'm not gonna go that long. What's wrong with the next few days?
it always depends on the weather usually, and
Well, it's gonna be nice this week. How about tomorrow?
sounds like tomorrow make a good day, you know?
Okay. Mr. Cooper will be looking for you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Supposed to be in the 80s tomorrow.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Cool. Yes, sir. It'd be a good day to do that.
Okay, I'm gonna set your next hearing, your review hearing's gonna be December 20th.
Okay.
If you get it all done, that's all you got left.
Yes,
If you get
sir.
it done, you don't have to even come back to that hearing.
Yes, sir.
December 20th, 9 o'clock, is your next hearing. You're gonna be out tomorrow for community service at 7:30
All righty.
on the west side of the building.
Yes, sir. I'm starting to get a little bit familiar with it now.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Heidi Meadows, 23-340 York, not here, not finished, although did the community service, but didn't pay off the fine, so it'll be a benchmark for failure to pay. Zachary Russell, 2498. Fines paid, you just have to finish your community service.
Yes, I should only have 12 hours left.
Your Honor, he was here today, he was ordered to be here.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you got 2 days left, so you should finish that up here in the next time frame. I'll give you December 30th, so get it done before then, you don't have to come back.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
9 o'clock, December 30th. William Spalding, 23-512.
Your Honor, if I may, Mr. Spalding was ordered on September 20th to have some community service done before the next hearing. He is not.
Oh, I was unaware of that. I did not know I was ordered. I either didn't hear or misunderstood, but I did not know that, Your Honor. I've been in, I've got money from a fine today.
Okay.
I've got
How much are you paying?
$100 from a fine. Yeah, I was really unaware of that.
So, can you be here tomorrow?
No, Your Honor.
When can you be here?
Let's try Monday of next week. I'm dealing with a chest cold right now.
Okay, so next,
Next Monday.
let's do Tuesday.
Okay.
That's, well, yeah, because we're gonna be closed. Monday's the, will we have community service on 12? Court day that day. How about the 13th? Wednesday the 13th will be
Okay.
better.
Yeah, that's fine.
And did you say you're paying something on your phone?
$100 today, Your Honor.
Okay. See the clerk, make that payment, be here next Wednesday, the 13th,
Okay.
to do community service.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay. See the clerk. Joe Walden, 14,594. 13,358, hasn't finished, not here, gets a warrant.
Your Honor, when would you like this next court date for me?
Let's not say December 20th. Let's put December 20th on.
Thank you.
Make sure you tell him December 20th.
I will, Your Honor.
Bruce Ward. Bruce Ward's called for, didn't appear. We'll get a warrant for failure to appear. That finishes the reviews. Mr. Mann, are you ready on Andy Chapman?
Mr. Bennett?
Do you have Andy Chapman yet?
Yes, I just got his letter.
Okay, we'll call him back up. Andy Chapman.
State of Ohio recalls Andy Lee Chapman.
So he is actively engaged in treatment with our Proctorville outpatient office. He's
Okay.
compliant.
You got community service, you haven't done any of it, we gotta get you out here for community service, when can you do it? Are you working, or?
Yeah, I got back into working.
What's your work schedule?
I've been off Thursdays and like either,
Thursdays are good.
but I was gonna ask about that, cause that's the days I've been doing the, OVP outpatient. Could I like,
We'll switch that, they're there all the time. I'm sure they'll give you a different day. You say, I can't come on Thursdays now, or you can come, after 2:30 or something like that, right? You should be able to get there in the late afternoon, but you have to be here 7:30.
okay.
So this Thursday, that's the 7th?
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Cooper will be looking for you, 7:30 a.m. But you got 90 hours, you got quite a bit of hours to do. You've got to start working at getting them done. Okay, give you a new date to come back. Keep working on your counseling as you're doing. December 16th. Are you off Thursday and Friday, or what's your work?
I've been like off Thursday and like either Wednesday or like Sunday is what I've been off.
Well, we have court on Mondays and Fridays, so you'll have to come, that's a Monday. December the 16th will be your next hearing, so you'll just have to ask off for that.
Oh no, yeah, of course. I'll just.
Thank you, Your
December
Honor.
16th is your next hearing. Okay, that finishes the reviews. We're going to start the arraignments next, which arraignments are what new cases are called, or old cases where you missed it. So if you got decided to come into court, you need to be in here now. I'm going to have a seat. When your name's called, come up to the table to the right, just like the last people were. Stand there. I'll go over the charges with you. And the purpose of this hearing is to find out, what your plea is going to be. If it's a misdemeanor, you'll be asked for a plea. You have a right to remain silent. If you remain silent when I ask you for a plea, I'm going to enter a not guilty plea. You have the right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to bail, to make the state prove the charges against you beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are the rights all defendants have. You shouldn't waive those rights if you don't understand what's happening. If you want to talk to a lawyer, if you want a trial, you should enter a not guilty plea. That's always the safest plea to enter, and you can change it later if you decide you want to. Don't enter guilty or no contest to get the case over. Not a good reason to do that. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Mark A. Mao, case number CRB 2464.
And you're Mark Mao?
Maui,
Maui,
like the island. Thank you, fun.
Mr. Maui's alleged that at Rome Township on September 29th, you caused inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm to another person by engaging in fighting, threatening harm, or turbulent behavior. That's a disorderly conduct charge. The maximum penalty for this is a $150 fine. There's no jail time on it. Do you understand the charge?
I do.
Do you understand the rights I explained defendants have?
100%.
How do you plead to this?
No contest.
No contest means you don't want to fight it, you're agreeing you can be found guilty without a trial and lawyer.
That's correct.
Okay. And I think there's a co-defendant. Do we have a file for Charles Williams?
No, we do not.
Okay. Is Charles Williams here? Charles Williams? Looks like he was already set for trial on November 15th. Okay, let's see what we got on this one. Well, let's get the prosecutor in, because I don't have an affidavit stating any facts, so. Good morning. Ms. Waldo, this is Mark Maue, M-A-U-E. He's just pled no contest to disorderly conduct, but there's no affidavit in the file, so I have no statement of facts. And you want to?
I can check on that.
Okay. Mr. Maue, just have a seat and we'll let them pull their file, and I'll call you back up after I get the...
Your Honor, can I also just let you know that my date of birth is not 3/22/62. I was born in December 18th of 85.
December 18th of what?
1985.
85, okay. I'll ask her if she wants to amend that when it comes back. Okay, your case, we'll recall your case when they get their file.
State of Ohio versus Jeremiah Henry, case number TRC 242222.
And sir, you're Jeremiah Henry.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henry, it's alleged that on October 31st at 7:30 a.m. in Union Township, you were operating a vehicle while you were under the influence of either alcohol or drugs or a combination of those things. States alleging that you refused to take any tests, and to be your first offense, well, it's actually a second offense within the look-back period with a refusal. So, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,625 fine, and a 5-year license suspension. The minimum penalty is 10 days in jail, $500 fine, and a 1-year license suspension. You're also charged with driving left of center. That's a minor misdemeanor. Maximum penalty is $150 fine. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead to this?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, please.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for Pax Painting. I'm a painter.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes, sir.
How much per hour?
$14 an hour.
How many hours a week?
Usually about 32.
Do you have any dependents?
My wife.
Okay. You're eligible. Mr. Smith, Roger Smith. Well, we can Steyer in there. Yes. Let's do Mr. Steyer then. Mr. Steyer, I'll appoint you to represent Mr. Henry, Jeremiah Henry. Not guilty plea is entered.
Did you post a bond? I'm assuming you didn't.
No.
Okay. There's no bond to file. He can sign a $2,000 signature bond. And then let's look for a pretrial date. Say November 22nd or thereafter.
I've got a jury trial on the 22nd that I'm pretty sure is going to happen. I'm here the 25th.
November 25th will be the next hearing. Be a pretrial at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to try and get your file. I'm not going to just wait in the law.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Amber Spears, case number TRC 242254, A and B.
Ma'am, you're Amber Spears?
Yes.
Ms. Spears, it's alleged November 3rd at 12:50 a.m. in Fayette Township. You were operating a vehicle while you were under the influence of alcohol, that you took a breath test and tested 20 on a breath test, and the state's alleging this would be your first offense if you were convicted. On a first offense, the maximum you face is 6 months in jail, $1,075 fine, and a 3-year license suspension. That's the most that can happen if you're found guilty. There is a minimum, so the least you can get if you're found guilty is 3 days in a treatment program, a $375 fine, and a 6-month license suspension. The state's alleging you took a breath test, and I'm going to explain to you what some of those numbers mean. On a breath test in Ohio, as most states, if you test 8 or higher, I'm dropping the decimal points, we'll just say 8 or higher, and the state shows compliance with the rules for giving the test, there's a presumption that you're impaired by virtue of the fact you tested 8 or higher.
Yes.
The state's alleging you tested 20, so obviously that's higher than 8. There's another number that's important on the breath test, that's 17. Any test score above 17 is considered a high test, and actually what I gave you the wrong minimum penalty because I didn't include the jail time. Even on a first offense, if you test higher than 17 on a first offense, then there's mandatory jail time, and the mandatory jail time is 3 days for a first offense with a high test score. You understand all that? Yes?
Yes.
You're also charged with driving outside your lane. That's a minor misdemeanor. The maximum penalty for that's a $150 fine. So I've thrown a lot of legal information at you. Do you understand it?
Kinda, I guess.
Do you have
I don't know.
questions you want to ask? Do you understand your rights you have? How do you wish to plead to these charges?
I don't know.
If you don't know, remember what I said? What did I say? If you don't know what to do, enter a not guilty plea.
Okay.
That's the safest plea you can enter.
Okay.
I'm entering a not guilty plea for you. Do you wish to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Yes.
You work.
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a welder at Superior Marine.
Okay. What's that like in the wintertime?
It's cold. It's real cold.
Hot in the summer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Are they needing welders? I'm trying to find...
Yes,
Okay.
they need welders real bad.
It's a good job, I think.
Yes.
So I don't know if you're going to be eligible. What do you make per hour as a welder?
$19.50 right now, but we got evaluations coming up, so I'll be getting another raise.
You work 40 hours a week?
More.
More than that? And I'm not just being curious. Some of this I'm curious about because I get people through here that need jobs, and
Yeah.
I have a little bit of connection with Superior, so I'm always interested to see if they have jobs available. But I also have to determine your gross annual income to decide if you're eligible for a court-appointed lawyer. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
So, do you know what you make in a year, gross?
I have no idea.
Well, if you're working 40 hours a week at $19.50, by my calculation, you're making about $40,000 a year.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
No.
Okay, you're not eligible then for court-appointed. You're making too much. Good news, you're making pretty good money. Bad news is you're not eligible for a court-appointed lawyer, so you'll have to hire your own.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some time because the court's pretty busy these days anyway, so I'm not going to set another hearing for you. You want it before or after Thanksgiving?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Let's go into December. And what about your schedule? Which day? You're going to have to come back to court on a Monday or a Friday. Does it matter which day?
That's fine. My boss is pretty cool about it.
Okay. December 2nd will be your next hearing. That's a Monday. And that's going to be a pretrial at 10 o'clock. We'll let you sign a signature bond of $2,000. So that means you're going to sign a piece of paper that says, I promise to come to court, or I will pay $2,000.
Yes.
as a penalty for not showing up. So just come to court, you won't ever have to post any money.
I'll be here.
Okay. What did you have to do where'd you get your training for welding?
I went to Elite Welding Academy in South Point.
Okay.
I've been welding for 5 years now.
All right, I'm putting down you will hire an attorney. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, you got a driver's license and suspension in effect. You
Can I
understand
get a work permit?
that? Not right now.
Okay.
You can talk to a lawyer. There's what's called an automatic license suspension that goes into effect as soon as you take the test and test over. Boom, you're suspended. There may be some reasons to give you a permit, but I can't do it right away anyway. You gotta have some time without any driving privilege before I can give it to you. So talk to a lawyer, they can ask for it, but I can't give it to you right now.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Mark Malley, case number CRB 2464.
Okay, I do have a report now, which I'll read into the record, and if you want to make a statement, you can. You're not required to after you hear. Okay, you.
Your Honor, yeah, it appears as though this was a cross-filing between Mr. Maui and Mr. Williams, so.
And the other person asked for a trial. And
yes.
Set for a trial.
Yeah. So according to the statement of facts, I think there was just some threats that went on in the parking lot over a parked car that was in a handicapped spot.
Okay.
So I take no position in terms of sentencing.
Okay, Mr. Maui, anything you want to tell me?
Yeah, and so if I could just go over the day with you. My mom calls me, she says, hey, will you go to the grocery store with me? I said, sure. She just moved down here from Athens. She doesn't get around very good, so I went in, got the handicapped motorized scooter, came back out. And before I went in, I said, Mom, you parked a little crooked, you might want to straighten out. And she did, but she didn't, in all fairness, she was still parked crooked. The gentleman comes up, gives my mom the middle finger. I say, Mom, obviously he's got an issue, let me check it out. And I go over and I say, is there a particular reason that you're giving my mom the middle finger? He lunges out, and I simply say, Your Honor, if you come near me, I'm going to defend myself. And then he fell back into his truck, and his wife called the police, and I said, go ahead and call them. And that was it.
All right. I'll go ahead and dismiss it. You're free to go, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kevin Bowen, case number TRC 172777 A and B.
And you, sir, Kevin Bowen?
Yes, sir.
Is he at OVP now?
Yes, he admitted voluntarily the end of last week for services.
Outpatient, inpatient?
Inpatient.
Inpatient?
Yes.
Okay. I'll withdraw the warrant since you showed up today voluntarily.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And so he's going to be there for approximately 30 days, I would say?
Yes.
And
So the end of November. What day did you get there? Do you remember what day?
No, it was last Monday.
he came in on the 28th of October?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so around the 28th of November.
That's Thanksgiving Day. Let's set it for the 22nd. I'll set your next review hearing for November 22nd.
Yes, sir.
So come back then, hopefully get a good report, and we'll figure out how we're gonna go forward with that. So 9 o'clock on November 22nd is his next hearing.
All right,
Okay,
thank you,
good
Your
luck.
Honor.
State of Ohio versus Roland W. Hively, case number CRB 24647.
Roland Hively. You are Roland Hively, sir?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hively, it's alleged that at Mason Township on October 2nd, you knowingly caused Jonathan Joseph to believe you would cause serious physical harm to his person or to his property. So you've been charged with aggravated menacing. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand the charge?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Do you wish to be considered for a court-appointed lawyer?
Might make too much, but yes.
Okay, well, I've got to ask you about your income then. What do you do and how do you get paid?
I work for Rick Epplin Paving, Proctorville.
Yeah, you paid by the hour?
Yes, sir.
How much per hour?
$26 an hour.
Well, unless you got a whole passel of kids, you're not going to be eligible. You working full-time?
Our hours depend, just from,
Do you know what do you show in your gross income on your income tax return? That's what I go.
probably around 40,
Do you have dependents?
just my wife.
Okay, well, you're making too much then for county council. How much time do you need to get a lawyer? I can set it into December if you want. Do you want to go till then for the next hearing?
It doesn't matter.
Let's make it December 6th, which is the first Friday in December. That'll be your next hearing. It's called a pretrial. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you.
Nope.
He can sign a signature bond of $1,500. Are you around this Jonathan Joseph at all?
No.
Okay, so just please stay away, no contact, don't post things about this person. Be back here.
That's my wife, Your Honor.
No, you can't. Okay, be back here December the 6th at 10 o'clock for a pre-trial. Do you have anything you wish to say, sir?
Just that everything on this that he told the officers is a lie.
Could could be. I don't know. We'll find out as we go along.
Okay.
Today's not the trial, so I can't just say, oh, I agree with you. Go home.
Okay.
That's not the way that works. So it will be set for a pre-trial on December the 6th for 10 o'clock. Okay, 10 o'clock.
So do we need a TPO?
They didn't answer, I'm here to ask.
State of Ohio versus William R. Turner, case number CRB 24653.
William Turner.
Yes.
Mr. Turner, the state's filed two charges of aggravated menacing. 653A alleges that on September 22nd of this year, you knowingly caused Austin Rude to believe you would cause physical harm to his person or property. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty is 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. And then the B case, 653B, same allegation, same day, different person. And that person is Christopher Allen Hatton. You understand the charge? Well, I've heard of them. Okay. 653C, also aggravated menacing. And this is a same person, place, Windsor Township. These are all Windsor Township. Dakota Keith Chapman. is the alleged victim. Do you understand those 3 charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the rights you have?
Yes.
How do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
You want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Are you working?
No.
You have no income?
I'm disabled.
Okay. Mr. Smith? I'll appoint Mr. Smith to represent you, Roger Smith. Entering a not guilty plea. Mr. Smith, this is William Turner, 3 counts of aggravated menacing.
I'm familiar with the judge.
Okay. No conflict though? Or?
Oh, no, not at all.
He can sign a $2,000 signature bond. So, in terms of a pretrial, I'm setting cases probably the 22nd or after of November.
I could do the 22nd, then I go into December.
Let's do the 22nd.
Okay.
November 22nd will be the next hearing. Pretrial at 10 a.m.
At 10 o'clock. Yeah, November 22nd.
State of Ohio versus Ashley Nicole Webb, and State of Ohio versus Savannah Johnson. CRB 24-712 for Savannah Johnson, in case number CRB 24-711 for Ms. Webb.
Ashley Webb. Savannah Johnson.
Okay, let's see, Savannah Johnson, that's you, ma'am? And so you must be Ashley Nicole Webb.
Yes.
Okay, looks like you're both charged with the same thing. Both are charged that on November the 2nd in Fayette Township, you purposely tried to deprive Walmart of property without Walmart's consent. It's a first-degree misdemeanor theft offense, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you each understand the charges?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Johnson, do you understand?
Yes.
Do you each understand the rights you have as defendants?
Yes.
How do you wish to plead?
No contest.
No contest.
If you enter a no contest plea, what you're telling the court is, I'm not fighting the charge, I'm not putting up a defense to it, but I'm not admitting it either. I'm allowing the court to look at the evidence the state says it has, and if that's enough legally for a conviction, I'm agreeing I can be found guilty without a trial, without a lawyer. Is that what you want to do?
Is it possible for me to plead not guilty and get a court-appointed lawyer?
Sure.
I'm a single mother. I do work, but I work under 40 hours a week.
Okay. I'll enter a not guilty plea for Ms. Webb. What about you, Ms. Johnson? Do you want to enter a not guilty plea?
I don't believe I believe I make too much for a court-appointed lawyer, so I'll stick with no contest.
Okay. Well, you're probably going to have to come back anyway, because if her case goes to trial, you're going to be a witness, I'm sure, subpoenaed. So, if you're just entering a no contest plea to get it over with, that's not a good reason to get it. You don't want this on your record if you're not guilty.
Okay, not guilty.
Well, let's talk about, Ms. Webb, your eligibility for a court-appointed counsel. You said you are working.
Yes.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes.
How much per hour?
I just got a raise 15. I don't believe it's came into effect yet, but before then it was $12.50.
Okay, how many hours a week?
32.
Okay, did you say you had a child too?
Yes, I'm a single
well, you're
mother.
going to be eligible for court-appointed counsel. Mr. Morford, is he?
Yes,
And then, so Ms. Johnson, while we're getting Mr. Morford out here, I'll talk to you. you want a court-appointed lawyer, but you're not sure you're eligible.
Right.
Where do you work?
Autism Services Center. I'm a caregiver. I make $15.50 an hour, 40 hours a week.
Okay.
I have no kids.
No kids.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Mr. Morford, I've appointed you for Ms. Webb. She's the one standing nearest to you. Defendants on shoplifting. Okay, is there any, who else is here?
Mr. Steyer, Mr. Smith, Mr. Holt.
I'll appoint Mr. Holt. I'm going to go ahead and appoint Mr. Holt to represent you, Ms. Johnson. I think you are eligible.
Thank you.
Mr. Holt, I'm appointing you to represent Savannah Johnson. She's the lady in the pink sweater. Entering not guilty pleas for both. Looking at November 22nd or thereafter for a pretrial.
I'm sorry, what date, Judge?
November 22nd or after. That's the Friday before Thanksgiving, or any time after that.
Judge, I'm here the 22nd. If you don't want to do it then or later, it makes...
See what Mr. Holt's...
I'm not able to be here on the 22nd.
You say you can't?
I cannot. I will not be here.
Okay. Give me some dates after.
The 25th.
I'm here then, Your Honor.
Okay. November 25th will be pre-trials on both cases at 10 o'clock.
Get your file. We can be outside the lobby.
OR bonds, Judge?
Yes, they will sign $1,500 signature bonds.
Right here for your bond.
This is just in case I didn't show up.
Yes, that just says you're going to pay the court $1,000 if you don't.
As long as you come to court, you don't have to post any money. You're just promising to come to court or on the penalty of paying $1,500 if you don't show up.
We'll be there.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Derek M. Newell, case number PRC 22-1229.
And sir, you're Derek Newell?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Newell, looks like you've got a warrant outstanding for missing a review hearing on May the 12th of 23, so it's been over a year ago.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you're giving me something from Division of Motor Vehicles in West Virginia.
I'll let you show, because I know a part of my probation was getting the DUI class done, and I've got all the DUI class done. I've got the my blow and go put in my car. I'm in treatment. I've been in treatment since October of 23.
Okay. You're at RRG in Huntington.
Yes, sir. And I stayed at a new thing, sober living house, and I work at Mr. Reefer here in Lawrence County.
Okay, you got that. Now, here's the only thing on this. You're a West Virginia resident, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll just put this in the file, but I'll say on the face of it, this wouldn't comply with Ohio law.
Okay. What are you talking about, the DUI class?
3 days school, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. All right.
But if you do, maybe down the road, if you do more extensive treatment, maybe the prosecutor will agree to waive it. Because what happened is, so I'm assuming you haven't looked at your file in a lot of depth, but it looks like on the face of it, it was a first offense OVI.
Yes, sir.
So under Ohio law, part of it is I'm supposed to send you to a driver intervention program, a 3-day school program.
Okay.
And the only ones acceptable are the ones that are approved by the state of Ohio. They're all in Ohio. None of them are in West Virginia. Now, I know what happens if you're a West Virginia resident and you get an OBI in Ohio, the DMV, it's BMV.
Yes, sir.
in Ohio, it's DMV in West Virginia, will make you go to school, even if the court doesn't, they'll make you go to a school, and they have one in West Virginia, which you'll accept. But they would accept the Ohio school, so if you did the Ohio school, it would knock out the
Oh, okay.
requirement in both states.
What I did an IOP, they accept counted as intensive outpatient. I did that during my stay here at Recovery Resource Group, and they accepted that, the DMV did, for my class.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it in the file. Here's what we need to do. So you obviously had an issue and you're trying to make good on
Yes,
it
sir,
now and
definitely.
get back.
Been clean every
So
year.
I wanna, I'm on board with that. I'm good with that. So we'll hold this in advance and see how you do. If you wind up doing everything you're supposed to, we may make this fly.
Okay.
Technically, I'm not probably supposed to, but sometimes I do some things that the prosecutor doesn't appeal it, you're not gonna appeal it. The Court of Appeals will never know that I
Yes, sir.
did, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reinstate you back to reviews, so I'm withdrawing the warrant I issued for you before for missing your review. I'll give you another review hearing date, and so I want you to continue on. Are you continuing with treatment now, or?
Yes, I'm in sober living, and I go to counseling every week at Recovery
Okay,
Resource
I want
Group.
you to continue to do that.
Yes, sir.
You got a fine and court cost to pay.
I'm gonna start paying that today, $100 today.
Great, and you got community service to do.
I've got the 30 hours there on, I got that Recovery Resource Group, and they sent me out. That don't count?
That doesn't count.
All right, guess I got that to do.
You got that to do, you can do it here at the court.
Okay.
We got our own projects.
Okay.
to do, so. In fact, are you able to get out and can you get over here? You got transportation?
Yeah, I got my blow and go installed in my truck and everything, because I'm legal.
Okay.
I work here in Lawrence County at Mr. Roofer.
Okay.
I work Monday.
Do you have days off?
Weekends, Saturday and Sunday, but I can,
Saturday's perfect.
perfect for me. I ain't got
You
nothing
be here
to do.
this Saturday?
Yes, sir, I will.
Okay. Be here this Saturday. Mr. Cooper will be your supervisor. Be here this Saturday. That's the 9th.
The 9th. What time, 7:30?
7:30.
All right.
So I'm going to set, and on your work schedule, it's going to have to be a Monday or Friday for your follow-up reviews, which is better.
Whatever you think. I mean, I'm a sales guy there for their.
Okay, so you can get off.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to make it December the 9th. That's a Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Congratulations on your sobriety. I'll work with you. I want to see you be successful. But you still got to take care of the stuff you were ordered to do.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
December 9th, your next hearing.
May I ask, one of those, so what all do I?
Can we keep these copies? Or
Yeah, that's yours to keep.
Okay.
I was wondering, what all am I expected to do? The class, the community service?
You got fines and costs, you got the community service to do, and I'm going to hold in advance whether I'm going to make you do the 3-day score or not.
Okay, got you, okay.
If you do really well and your treatment that you're doing, I get good reports, and I feel like, well, he's done more than he would have to do in a weekend burden anyway.
Yes, sir.
I may just say, you're good.
Okay, thank you.
So we'll hold that off for down the road.
Sounds good, I will do good. I promise.
Okay,
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Destiny Anderson, number TRC 231701, A and B.
Okay, I'm not sure where we were, but it looks like she missed a hearing on, well, just recently, October 25th it was. Okay. Was this still on your docket, or was she back to reviews?
Thought she might have been, I don't have her file with me, Judge, but I could be getting it mixed up.
Let me see.
So I've had a
Looks
couple
like she
just
got
put on her.
sentenced.
I think it was for review hearings.
Yeah, it was a review.
She thinks it was a
so
review.
review. So,
Okay.
she missed a review hearing on October 25th. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
You agree with that?
Yeah.
Do you have an explanation for missing?
I had it wrote down as November 25th.
Okay. And how'd you find out?
Someone was here at court that knew me.
All right. Actually, Judge Cremins did sign the judgment entry on this back in April. You've got community service, you have made some payments on your fines, and you made another payment today. I'll withdraw the warrant.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. And I'll reinstate you to your review hearing schedule. And I'm going to set it for December 2nd. Your next hearing is December 2nd, 9 a.m. I'm showing you've got still 5 days community service to do.
I think I've done 2 days down at the pound. I don't have the paper with me today, but
Get the paperwork and get it turned in. Okay.
Y'all have, we're ready to go to Lawrence County Jail.
Okay, we've got some hearings at the jail we're going to do now.
State of Ohio versus Michael Davis, case number CRB 24649 A and B, CRB 2490 A and B, CRB 24215, and Michael Easterling is on deck.
This is Mr. Steyer's case, and we were trying to get him into Bethesda.
My understanding was he was acceptable for Bethesda, but as of Friday was not interested in partaking. I don't know if that's changed, if he's willing to go at this point, or indeed if they still have a bed for him.
We do still have a bed for him. I spoke with him this morning, but he seemed like he was ready. Maybe you should ask him.
All right, Michael, what do you want to do? Stay in jail or go to treatment?
Go to treatment.
Seems like a pretty easy answer to me.
I would suggest, well, I guess if the court, I don't know if the court's preference is to go ahead and complete sentencing, or if you want to come back on another date. I would assume we'd want to come back on another date. I would suggest we do that fairly quickly, but not, Friday necessarily, but maybe Tuesday.
I will release you to Bethesda. I'm not going to sentence you now. I'm going to just hold cases over your head and come back, I would say the 12th. So that's next Tuesday to monitor how he's doing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So you're going to pick him up today?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Michael, I feel like I need to tell you this. And it's not just you, I tell everybody this, but particularly you.
Okay.
You've got to do what they tell you to do. Unless it's illegal, then you don't do it. But I don't think they're going to tell you anything illegal to do. You got to do what they tell you to do, when they tell you to do it, how they tell you to do it. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're not going in there as a boss.
Yes, sir.
They don't work for you. You work for them. And if you don't like that, you're going to come back to see me, and I'll decide what happens to you.
Yes, sir.
So the best thing you can do is get good reports. Be cooperative, do what you're supposed to do, be helpful, be positive. And I'll see you on the 12th, November 12th, will be your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Michael Easterling, case number CRB 22785, and Carolyn Rayburn Slack is on deck.
Michael Easterling? Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Easterling, it's alleged you didn't show up for a review hearing August the 14th of 23, so it's been over a year ago.
Yeah, I think that's when I was in the hospital getting amputated.
Okay. This is on the theft from Walmart.
Yeah.
How long you been in jail now?
Here since Saturday.
Are you still living in Colgrove?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is the second time this has happened. You've been to jail So really 3 times over this one case, because you got arrested initially, then you got, looks like you had a bench warrant before. So I'm going to finish your case by the jail time you serve. I'm not going to set any more review hearings because I don't think you'll come. Okay, so he can be released. His case is finished by jail time.
State of Ohio versus Carolyn Rayburn Slack, case number CRB 24713, CRB 1218A and D, CRB 111053, and Cameron Waters is on deck.
Your Honor, with Carolyn Slack and Carolyn Rayburn.
Yes.
Date of birth, May 16th. Is that what you got?
I can't see that.
Okay. Ma'am, are you Carolyn Rayburn?
That was my married name. My legal name is Slack, but yes, I'm the same person.
Date of birth, May 16th.
Yes, sir, 1970.
All right, Ms. Rayburn, I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment. You've got a new charge filed against you. It is domestic violence. Well, let me go over your rights with you. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to have bail and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
State's alleging that on November the 2nd in Fayette Township, you not only caused or tried to cause physical harm to Richard Curry, that he's a member of your family or household. That's a first degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand that charge? How do you wish to plead to it?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, please.
Do you have a job?
No, sir. On full disability.
All right. Mr. Steyer, I'll appoint you to represent Carolyn Rayburn, who's on the screen now. She also has, case number 1218 was a bad check charge, and 111053, another domestic violence, which weren't completed, and there were warrants for her outstanding on those for failure to appear. Can you post a bond, Ms. Rayburn?
No, sir, and had I been aware of those other court dates, I would have appeared. When I was let off probation in 2014, those didn't even show when I was let off probation in Lawrence County.
What's the age of those cases?
2012 and 11.
And they're undisposed? Or?
No, she did some things on them.
So they're post-conviction?
Post-conviction.
Okay, that's what I was trying to ask, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to set a bond of $1,500, cash or surety. State wanting a protection order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any problem for you to stay away from
No.
this person?
No, sir.
Richard Curry?
No, sir.
Okay, so if you get out on bond, you got to stay away from Richard. Don't go around him or contact him. Don't post
Yes,
things about him.
What about my medications and my clothing, like immediate?
We can make arrangements once you're out to have somebody pick those up.
Okay, thank you.
Do you think someone can post bond for you?
I have no one to post on for me. No.
I would ask to set this thing back for Friday then, if we could, Your Honor. That way, if she's still in, we can take a look at the situation and decide there where to go.
Okay, I'm going to set your next hearing for November 8th for a pretrial. That's this Friday. On everything that she has will be set for November 8th as a pretrial review on the old cases, new case pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Cameron Waters, case number CRA 24672 A and B, and CRA 24661.
Your Honor, well, I guess you probably actually need Ms. Waldo in here to make the actual motion, but Mr. Waters has been indicted. He's actually set today at 1:30 for his arraignment on these same charges, so I believe the state's intention is to nolly at this time.
All right, let's have the prosecutor come in then. Set on, because there was 24661 and then 24672 A and B.
It's all related to the same alleged incident as well, Your Honor, even though they were filed separately.
So the state wants to nolly those?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, case in this quarter, nolly due to the fact that you've been indicted and served by the grand jury, so you'll be going to the common police court across the street from the jail this afternoon for an arraignment.
That's at 1:30 this afternoon, sir.
Okay.
And I'll be representing you there as well.
Okay.
So I'll talk to you later on. Thank you.
Must be Judge Miller's court.
It is.
So are these nolling to the grand jury or just nolling?
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's already gone to the grand jury, so.
If it matters to us, it's just nolly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know they like to know if it's nolly to the grand jury, but it really doesn't matter.
Your Honor, we're finished at the jail.
Okay, good. All right, that finishes up at the jail.
State of Ohio versus Amy Slaughter, case number CRB 24531. It's a pretrial, Your Honor, here at the court. Mr. Smith is her attorney.
All right, we need Mr. Smith in the courtroom. Amy Slaughter, this is his case set for pretrial. Mr. Smith.
We were just talking about this. Your Honor, I've pre-tried this with Mr. Hill. It looks like we're going to wind up with a bench trial, but I would like one more pre-trial if we could with Mr. Hill here, if that's okay.
Sure.
But I think we're pretty much on a collision course for the trial.
Okay.
But
As I remember, you're not.
I'm good the 18th, 22nd of November, or the 2nd, 6th, or 13th of December.
You can do the 22nd?
I can, yes, sir.
Okay, let's do that. November 22nd will be the next hearing. Will be the last pretrial.
Thank you, Judge.
It's not resolved by the second trial.
10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Matthew C. Bentley, case number CRA 23752, CRB 23753, A and B.
This is one he was to pay court costs,
Yes.
but there's two files, and I spoke with the clerk, and I think everybody's confused, one cost, two costs. He brought 150 today, thought that was the amount of court cost. One case, it was 170, and the notes, Ms. Walters in her file says he was to pay court costs to be dismissed, but doesn't say one or two.
I only have one file. Well, I'm sorry, there's two cases, 23752,
Yes.
23753. If he got, there could be sheriff fees in there, so it's not always just the filing fee here and the assigned counsel fee. If the sheriff can file costs, and that goes on the file also. Is that what I'm here?
Community service or something. So it may not show here.
One day.
Yeah, I'll catch you today.
Yes.
Pay 170.
There's $20 in sheriff fees.
Okay. So the costs are at 170?
Yeah, Yes, he's paid that.
He's paid.
Maybe I'm wrong.
He brought 150 with him today. We tried to pay it, but it got sent up to the courtroom because
No, he owes 170 on 23,752.
I don't think there were costs on him, but it's not real clear in Mr. Hill's file. Mine just says dismissed upon payment of cost.
Can he pay the 170?
He's got 150 with him. Can you go get 20 bucks and come bring it back? Be done with it.
Nothing new on that.
That's all, it's 170.
Yeah, what's that, Judge?
That's all, it's 170. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
He says he could do community service. He says he can't pay the other $20, which.
Don't get paid for
Okay,
3
I'll
weeks.
let him, you want to be out tomorrow for community service?
Yeah,
Tomorrow?
yeah.
Okay. So you gotta be here.
How much credit does he get for one day community service, Judge?
What he owes.
Oh,
All right, so pay nothing.
tomorrow, 7:30?
For the 20. This is
Yes,
not
yeah.
the-
No, that's what I'm
he's gonna pay
saying.
150.
Yes, 150
Here at
days.
7:30 tomorrow morning?
Yes, he's gonna pay, yes. So that'll
I'm gonna
cover.
wait. I'm gonna put it on the docket for Friday. If he's
Okay.
done it, then it'll be dismissed then.
He's gonna pay 150, but the other 20 gets completed by
In
Tuesday.
service, I'm not paying 150 today.
Got paid by Friday.
That would be paid.
All right. Be here 7:30 tomorrow.
See the first now.
State of Ohio versus David A. Vance, case number TRC 24-1921, A, B, C, and D, CRB 24-597.
Is Mr. Smith's case set for pretrial?
Yes, Judge, I talked to Mr. Hill briefly last time we were here. I anticipate filing a motion to suppress. I believe there's an evidentiary issue. I would like to have a pretrial prior to the motion to suppress.
Okay, that 22nd date also?
22nd is fine, Judge.
November 22nd for pretrial. Both matters.
Yes, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus Trevor Dement, case number CRB 24-344, CRA 23-514, CRA 23-380, CRB 21-167, CRA 26-30.
Mr. Steyer represents Mr. Dement. He's inpatient at ODP.
No, he was outpatient. I spoke with him on Friday to remind him that he had court today, and he said he had an appointment at OVP this morning, but he's not here yet, so I'm not sure.
Okay, can you want to check and see?
Yeah, I'll call him and see what's going on.
Yeah, I'd ask to have this recalled then. I looked and didn't see him here, but I wasn't aware that he had an appointment this morning, so
Be recalled later.
in general, I'll tell him that court comes first, but.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Heather Krager, case number CRB 24-104, CRB 19-742.
How are you?
Mr. Morford's case for pretrial.
I've been an inpatient for 31 days.
Thank you, man.
It's a good report. Good screens. She has an ankle monitor, I believe. Is it time to take it off or not?
I got a job, so I was hoping that maybe I could get it off, but I guess it's ultimately your decision.
Where did you get it? Job?
I got it October 4th.
Where?
Oh,
Where will you be working?
Coke Road Giovanni's.
Giovanni's?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think it was discussed with probation this morning by our other counselor, and I think they kind of agreed that she needed to keep it on for a little bit longer.
Okay. Maybe the next hearing, then we'll look at taking it off. Okay, come back in another month, Mr. Morford.
Sounds good, Judge.
But you're doing good. Keep it up.
Thank you.
December 6th. It's first Friday in December.
I'm here then, Judge.
And I'll make a note about the month. December 6th.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Carl Tooley II, case number CRD 23325, TRD 051474. Carl Tooley.
Mr. Morford's case.
Jasmine spoke with Mr. Tooley's parents, I think just this morning, and he is apparently at Western Regional Jail right now, so he is not going to be here, I don't believe.
How'd that happen? Anybody charged with it?
They are not for sure, but they said he's up to the same thing, so I'm not sure.
Well, I think we might as well just go ahead and issue warrants for him here too, so. He's not here. He's incarcerated in another jurisdiction, so warrant will issue.
State of Ohio versus Bridget Ellis, case number CRB 19820, CRB 18235, CRA 18171, CRB 16133.
Thank you.
Ellis is at Hope Source. Excellent report. Very good.
Thank you.
You actually made some paint on your files today.
Yes, I did.
Okay, wonderful. You're doing really good.
Thank you.
Mr. Morford, anything you want?
Judge,
Okay.
I can't add anything to what you said. She's got a great report. She appears like she's her old self, shall we say. She's gainfully employed and has had all the screens clean. But going back to work hasn't stressed her into using or perhaps run into one of the old crowd, quote unquote. That hasn't happened. So we'd like to keep going as recommended by Hope Source, and I know she'd like to be free of her jewelry when we come back.
Okay. most of this is old stuff, but sometimes it takes a while to get things where they need to be. So better late than never, right? So you're on the right track now. So let's go a couple months out, and then maybe we can get things resolved then. So that's going to be in January.
You can make more payments, but.
There's a case number, it says OI number, something I can't access it.
Okay, I'll make sure you get that. Judge, she indicates that she intends to make more payments between now and when we come back.
Okay.
But she has some kind of issue with the payment number or something, and I'll take her out to the clerk's office and see if I can resolve that with her.
All right. Let's set it for January 6th, that's her next hearing. January 6th, 25, be the next hearing.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Bradley Atkins, case number CRB 24-431, CRB 24-430. Bradley Atkins.
Bradley Atkins was a case that was going to be dismissed if he paid the court costs, and he didn't have to appear today. He has not paid the court costs that I can see, and he has not appeared either. It's case number 24-430. I'm showing the file.
Yeah, so far no.
Still haven't been paid. Okay. All right, he's got 7 days to appear or warrant will issue.
Yeah, he hasn't paid anything.
State of Ohio versus Mark H. Boggs, case number TRC 24-2082, A, B, and C.
Okay, Mr. Boggs, you have a lawyer to represent you?
I was going to, but I had some financial stuff come up. The last time we was in court, they put my dad on hospice that day afterwards, and he passed a couple weeks afterwards, and it wasn't. I couldn't make it.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want to be reconsidered for a court-appointed lawyer, or how do you want to go forward?
I'd just rather get it over with today, man.
What does that mean? What do you want to do?
I'm probably not going to make it for a court-appointed lawyer, so I'll probably make too much money, sir. So.
Well, how do you want to handle it? So in effect, you have to represent yourself today. How do you want to go forward with your case?
I'll just try to represent myself, sir.
Do you want me to set it for a trial or what?
I don't know how any of this works. I've never been in trouble.
Well, yeah, generally the state files a charge against you, and then if you're not in agreement as to how it's going to be handled, it's set for a trial, and they've got to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt with evidence, which would be in the form of testimony. And I'm seeing that this was a state highway patrol arrest. They would subpoena the trooper to come in and testify.
Can I just do it and get it over with today? I hate to miss work, sir.
You can change your plea, and then there wouldn't be a trial if you had entered a guilty plea or a no contest plea.
I'll just do the no contest then, sir.
If you enter a no contest plea, what you're telling the court is you're not admitting that you're guilty, but you're not denying it either, and you're stating to the court, I'm agreeable to the court looking at the evidence the state says it has. And if the court thinks that the evidence the state says it has is enough legally to convict me, I agree you can find me guilty without a trial and without me having a lawyer.
That's fine, sir.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll accept your no contest plea, and so Trooper White was the arresting officer. So Ms. Waldo, do you want to read into the record the report of Trooper White?
Well, Your Honor, it looks like that this was the first offense, and it's my understanding that Mr. Boggs refused to test.
Yeah, do you have the statement of facts?
Yes.
Okay.
On October 5th, 2024, I was traveling eastbound on US 52 when I noticed a vehicle passing other vehicles in the left lane. I began to follow the vehicle and paced it at 68 miles per hour in a 55 miles per hour zone. As I continued to follow the vehicle, I observed it make a marked lanes violation as it was passing the 17th Street Bridge overpass. I initiated my lights and the vehicle pulled over on State Route 7 near mile marker 1. As I was approaching the vehicle, dispatch advised me that the registration was expired. When I made contact with the driver, the first thing I observed was the strong odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from the vehicle. I asked for the driver's license and he provided it. I identified the driver as Mark Boggs. I then asked for his insurance and he provided me with the vehicle's title instead. I asked where he was coming from and he stated he was coming from a friend's house in Ironton. As he was looking for his insurance, I looked in the back seat and there was a 30-pack of Bud Light beer sitting in the passenger floorboard. I asked how many of the drinks he had had and he stated he had 3 to 4. When I opened the door, I noticed there was multiple cans missing and the cans were cold to the touch. At this point, I asked him to step out of the vehicle. As he stepped out of the vehicle and began to walk back to my cruiser, I could smell the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from his person. While at my vehicle, I asked him if anyone else drank any of the beers in the box, and he said yes, 2 other people. I asked Mr. Boggs if he was on any medication, and he stated he was on ADHD meds, antidepressant meds, and anxiety meds. I then advised him that I was going to have to check to make sure he was okay to drive, and he agreed. The first exercise I had him perform was horizontal gaze nystagmus. Before performing this exercise, Mr. Boggs advised me that he had an astigmatism. While performing this exercise, I continued to smell the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from his person. The validated clues observed for this exercise are listed above. The second exercise I was going to have him perform was the walk and turn. Before I began to explain the exercise, Mr. Boggs stated that he does not have good balance and would not be able to perform this exercise. The final exercise I had him perform was the one-leg stand. After explaining the exercise, I asked if he understood and he stated he did. The validated clues observed are listed above. At this point, I went back to my cruiser to get my PBT. Mr. Boggs stated he did not want to give a breath sample on the PBT. Due to the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from his person, poor driving, and HGN, he was placed under arrest for OVI. He was read his Miranda rights and searched incident to arrest and placed in the back of my cruiser. A short time later, he was read and shown the BMV 2255 and declined to give a breath. His vehicle was secured on scene and he was transported to the Speedway gas station in Colgrove where he was released. And then on the HGN test, it appears 6 of 6 clues were observed, walk and turn, 0 of 8 clues were observed, 1 leg stand, 1 of 4 clues were observed.
All right, Mr. Boggs, anything you want to say?
I tried to be very respectful to him. I was honest about all my stuff. I'm not very good balanced. I wear these thorough good work boots. I was honest as I could be with him. I never resisted. I never done anything. I'm very respectful. That's really about it. I try to treat people how I'd want to be treated.
Okay. Well, he doesn't say that you were anything but respectful. I mean, the whole problem is operating a vehicle after consuming alcohol, especially when you admit to taking medications, and I'm going to say the type of medications you were taking are the type that you're not supposed to consume alcohol with.
Yeah, yes, sir. I was very honest with him, though. And he was very respectful to me, too. I have to give that to him.
And you said, where do you work? Where did you say you work?
I work at a Gavin Power Plant in Cheshire, Ohio.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's a ways away. And you live in Grayson?
Yes, sir.
You got quite a commute.
Yes, sir. That's another reason I couldn't get an attorney today. I've been having to pay for a ride, and it's cost me about $300 to $400 a week, sir.
Yeah, well, That's going to continue now, because I'm going to make a finding of guilty based on the evidence that I've heard, and your no contest plea. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
If there's any way I can stay out of jail so I can support my family, I'd greatly appreciate it, sir. I'll pay fines, do community service, whatever. I just need to work because I got 2 babies at home and no other income.
Okay. I'm assuming they weren't with you when this happened.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to give you a $1,000 fine, and the reason is you refuse to take tests.
Sir.
So that's what I do when somebody refuses to take tests, because one of the things that we do when we get our driver's license, we say, I'll agree to take tests if I'm asked to, and you refuse. So
Yes, sir.
I'm going to make you pay near the maximum fine. I'm ordering you to pay the court costs. You're going to get a 6-month license suspension, and that started the day of the arrest, so October 5th. You did have proof of insurance, I'll give you a permit. 20 days in jail, all suspended. You've got 5 days of community service to do. You can do that here on your, you work just the Monday through Friday? Or?
Yes, sir. I can do any weekend stuff.
Okay, Saturday we have community service here at the court. You can do it on Saturdays. 7:30 a.m. I'll give you a permit to work, to drive to work, and community service, and you have to go to the driver intervention program. So 3-day school, you're required to do that or go to jail. So
Wow, I'll do it.
you don't want to go to jail. So you can do any approved program in the state of Ohio. There now is one here in Lawrence County, and there is one in Souda County. And there's somebody here.
I have not seen it.
Okay. Mr. Major will tell you about the local one, how to get in touch with them. He's going to be your probation officer. So.
Okay.
You'll be on probation for 2 years, or until you finish everything. When you finish it, your probation ends. Your first review hearing is going to be May the 5th of next year. So it gives you plenty of time to get finished. You get it finished, you don't have to show back up. You don't have everything finished, you got to show up for review.
Is there a...
He's going to give you a piece of paper with everything on it. What she's typing is the judgment entry.
I'm just trying to keep track of all this stuff. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a lot. Here's the other thing you can do, because people say, well, I lost my piece of paper. Well, you know what? It's on record here at the court, and we have phones here. They will actually answer the phone and call and ask them about it. Or if you have a smartphone or a laptop at home.
Yes, sir.
We have a website. You can go on the website and pull up your case, and it tells you exactly what you got to do and when you got to do it.
How long do I have to pay them my fines and court costs until my next hearing?
If you get it all done for your next hearing, you don't have to come back.
I'm going to pay everything for that. I just didn't know if community service and fines and all that, if it's done, just call down here and make sure it's all finished.
Yeah.
And if it's done, I don't have to come back.
Correct.
Thank you.
You had a speeding offense, 68 and a 55. I'll impose a $70 fine on that. And you had expired tags.
Yeah,
$30 fine on that. So, you're going to go meet with Mr. Major, go out through the doors there at the back of the courtroom, make a left turn, go toward the counter that's on that side of the building.
Okay.
Talk to him, get your paperwork, and you're free to go. And he'll give you a driving permit. You get that from him.
I appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Kendall Bryant, case number CRB 24523.
All right, you're Kendall Bryant.
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer, sir?
No.
All right, Mr. Ashworth is special prosecutor on this. I have not heard from him.
He's supposed to dismiss it today.
Okay, have you talked with him, or?
Well, last time we was here, he wanted to talk to Mac's wife about it, and he found out that what I was saying was true. The fellow had lied all in his statement, so he told me to show up and make sure it was dropped off the court.
Okay, just have a seat, and I'll have the clerk get in touch with him and see if that's what he wants to do.
State of Ohio versus Sean Dishman, or Shawnee Dishman, case number CRB 24677.
Take that out and have him call Mr. Ashford.
Your Honor, there's also a companion case to this. State of Ohio versus Ralph Workman, case number CRB 24678.
These are set for pretrial today. Looks like cross filings, disorderly conduct. So how's the state want to go forward with these?
Your Honor, I would have no objection to continuing this matter for a time period, and if there are no issues, dismissing both matters on payment of court costs.
Let's say you two are representing yourselves, right? You don't have lawyers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Are you agreeable with that, or I can just set it for trial if you'd rather have a trial?
I got my stuff enough like I said I was going to do last time. So I don't see no issues in just being done.
Same here.
But they're asking you to pay the court costs too, do you understand that?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
We're just waiting for you to tell us what we got to pay.
Okay.
Okay,
Dismiss
that's
it
fine.
today?
We'll
then?
dismiss both of them, yeah.
Okay. See the clerk pay the court costs and cases will be dismissed.
What is the court cost?
$125.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Paige Mullins, case number CRB 24562.
Okay, and Hayden Mullins was going to Seneca. Still doing that?
Yeah, every week.
Okay. How's the state going to go forward on this one?
Your Honor, my last note says that the agreement was that we would dismiss with costs if successful at counseling.
I took 2 anger management classes and got certificates from both. It was about 9 hours in total, I think. I tried to email one certificate here, and the other one was supposed to come in the mail, and I don't know if it showed up.
I don't have anything. I've got one report from Seneca dated September 25th. That's the only one I got.
Okay.
A letter from Candace Hillary.
They're supposed to send another treatment letter in too, but I guess that hasn't shown up yet.
Your Honor, I just spoke with Ms. Johnson, and she is okay with going ahead and dismissing it today. It's my understanding he's been in counseling for some time at this point. And if he's willing to pay court costs today, we would be okay with going ahead and dismissing it.
You do that, sir?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Well,
see the clerk make it's be $125.
25? Okay.
See the clerk make the payment and the case will be dismissed.
Sure thing. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Gordon Maynard, case number CRA 24427. Your Honor, this is a preliminary and responsibility.
Maynard, set for preliminary hearing. It's a felony 5 theft. There was a entry on September 23rd, says defendant will make restitution payment immediately prior to sentencing in the amount of $2,700. Restitution must be paid in full before preliminary hearing, which I don't think that's happened.
It is not. It's paid 200.
There's been 200 paid. So what does the state want to do on this?
We would just ask that it be continued until restitution is paid.
All right, Mr. Maynard, are you still intending to make restitution payments? Your microphone is muted.
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yes.
Oh, I've been talking all the time. So I talked to Officer Keaton. I've been trying to make the payment, and he even saw, because I've been trying to call down there. So when I called down, it will not, and he even said he should tell me what it was. But I don't get the option to pay it online. So how do I have to send the money to my grandfather for him to go in and pay it? Or how, because I have 1,900 of it to pay like right now. But I don't know how to get it to you without paying it online.
Well, you can have somebody come in and pay it. That would be fine.
Okay, is there a way that if I can, to make it quicker? Because if I do that, I would have to do like Walmart. Because my grandfather, he's kind of older, so he doesn't do like cash apps and stuff. So he would have to do like a Walmart to Walmart and pick my money up.
Is there, can you not pay it online?
Yes.
You
Like
can pay
restitution, I don't know.
What is it?
I think you can.
Well, you can call talk to the clerk and ask him, if you want to try to pay it online, I don't know that you can't, maybe there's a problem paying restitution online, but I know fines and court costs you can pay online. So.
Yeah, they won't, it says that I have to pay it in person, so I didn't know if there's a way that I could just call in and pay it, or do I have to just send him in there?
Send a cashier's check
You could send a cashier's check.
or a money order.
How do you
You can go to the bank and say, I need a cashier's check.
And then I just send it to your guys' address?
Yeah, send it to the court. Made payable to Lawrence County Municipal Court. And then we'll cash it and send it to the person that's entitled, Kerry Ward's entitled to the restitution.
Okay, so do I write it to her and you, or just you guys?
Just to the court.
Okay, and I have surgery coming up on November 20th. Is there any way that, because I will owe 500 after that, is there any way that I could do it the Friday after my surgery? It's for my thyroid. And that would be the remainder there. Well, it's actually, I think, another $12, $520. But $1,900 can be paid today. I will get a cashier check.
Well, I thought the amount of the restitution was $1,200.
It's $2,700.
27, okay, yeah. Well, I'll just set it for another date and we'll see where you are then. So you're having surgery what day?
November 20th, on my thyroid.
Okay. How long will you be out of action after that?
I mean, as long as I have a day to sit in the bed, I'm sure they're gonna just put me in bed. I get paid, I'm 2 weeks behind on checks, so I get paid still while I'm there. I just have to, I won't be incoherent, and I didn't want to be at court with having surgery.
I'll set it for December the 9th as your next hearing.
Oh, that's perfect. If it is paid off before then, do I still have to show up on that court date?
I don't think.
Or like a dismissal or whatever we were talking about?
I don't see why it couldn't be dismissed if it's paid before then. But you need to check in and make sure. I would check to make sure.
Right. Okay.
December the 9th at 10 o'clock will be your next hearing.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want anything else?
Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Martin H. Vinegar, case number CRA 24633, Mr. Holt's case.
Yeah, pressure on it.
Yes. Martin Benninger, 24633. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Benninger is doing well.
You got a good report. Okay, so we're at the beginning, we just
Yes.
started, but he's got a good start, so that.
Yes, he's got a
What we
great
like to
start,
see.
actually.
And what we talked about when Mr. Hill was here was he doing well and keeping it here, having a favorable result if he does do well.
Okay, so we'll come back in roughly a month, you have a
That's,
date that's good for you.
Would December 16th work?
Yes. December 16 will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock. Good job, sir, keep it up.
Appreciate it. We had talked about last time if he got a good report coming back, if they wanted to talk to him about ILC. That's what we discussed, I know without Mr. Hill here, but I don't know if she would want to speak to him. Yeah.
I mean QRT.
QRT, right?
QRT.
Yes, I meant QRT.
What's his name? Martin Vinegar.
Martin Benninger. You want to talk with him? or-
I'll talk to him.
And then we
Okay,
can,
he's in Ironton too. so-
and then we could, next time we're here, if things still go well, maybe start that track.
Oh, is this, okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, John. You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Casey Lynn Blevins, case number CRA 24487, CRB 24488, A and B. Casey Blevins.
I have not seen her yet this morning, and I think Ms. Waldo had a note she might have left treatment. Is that this one?
She was at OVP.
Yes, I don't. Casey Blevins, is that the one you told me you thought had left?
Is Mr. Mann still here?
But I looked for Casey a couple of times and couldn't find her.
We're looking for a report on Casey Blevins.
I didn't receive a report. I don't think she's attending her appointments.
If the state is inclined to keep it here, Judge, I would ask for 7 days to see if I can locate her. But she's had no communication with me since the last hearing.
My last note from September, Your Honor, was that she had finished inpatient treatment and she did not show up for outpatient.
Yeah, she hadn't shown up, and then she came to court that day, and we had got her set up with an appointment. She went to that first appointment, but then we haven't heard from her since.
So it's up to the state, if you want to take it to the grand jury or leave it here with you want.
Okay. We would have no objection to issuing a warrant.
Yeah, given the circumstance surrounding alleged identity theft, I remember talking to Philip, that one likely is going to go away one way or the other, but if we could keep it here, I'd appreciate it, at least for one time.
All right.
Thank you.
Warrant will issue in 7 days if she hasn't appeared by then.
I will do my best to get her in here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks, Greg.
They've not been able to get hold of him.
All right, on Mr. Bryant, Kendall Bryant, apparently Mr. Ashworth is sick, so Park's not been able to raise him. So what I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and set it about a month out, and then
This is
you
killing
have
me,
contact
man.
information, I can have the clerk call you, sir, if he's willing to dismiss it, you don't have to come back in.
Yeah, I'm missing work. They just throwed one out. He keeps
Sir,
refiling it.
Sir, what did I just tell you?
I understand.
That's your phone number.
I'm trying to accommodate you. I can just set it for a trial if you would prefer that.
I'm sorry. I'm about to lose my job over this.
I didn't understand what you said.
I said, I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm about to lose my job over this.
Well, and I'm sorry about that, but I didn't cause that.
I didn't either.
But surely you understand, sir, when these cases get filed, I have a certain way. The Supreme Court of Ohio requires me to handle them. And you can't just walk in here and say, well, this is BS, and I want you to dismiss it, Judge, and I take your word for it and throw it out. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir. I told
I'm giving
him.
you the benefit. I've had the clerk call the special prosecutor, and we can't get a hold of him. So.
I actually talked to him, and he said I wasn't even supposed to show up today, but just by chance, I thought, you know what, I done told work I need to be here, and I showed up, and I'm glad I did.
Okay, I'm going to do what I said. I'll put it a month out, and then I'll direct the clerk to try to get a hold of Mr. Ashworth. If you're correct and he's going to dismiss it, the clerk will let you know, and you won't have to come back.
Okay, that sounds good.
So let's set it for December the 6th.
Same time, 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. Here's, can I give that to him, or is that to me? Oh, phone number, okay, this guy's your phone number. I'll make a note for the clerk to call after talking with Ashworth. Okay, any questions, sir? And I'm sorry for the inconvenience for you.
I apologize.
Hopefully it works out for you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Virginia M. McGlone, case number CRA 24498, A and B.
All right, Virginia McGlone is Mr. Stratton's case. She's at the counseling center.
She's not, Your Honor. She left the ASA on the 18th of October.
Okay.
I followed up with them a couple days after they left to try to get them to re-engage back into services with us. But they had already enrolled into services with a different program.
How did that happen, ma'am?
I completed the inpatient, sir. I went to step down. I was there for over 2 weeks, was going to go to transitional, but I decided just to go on home and put myself in outpatient again. So I'm currently in South Point and restoring hope. I'm obtaining my CDCAs this week as well.
Okay, I want her put in the holding cell. Yeah, you didn't give permission, man.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ohio versus Billy McKenzie, case number CRA 24497, A and B.
Your Honor, there were originally 2 charges here pending. There was a F5 theft and an F5 possession. I believe the theft's been dealt with through payment of restitution. I don't know if it's been dismissed yet, but the intention is that it's going to be dismissed. The F5 possession is still pending. He is at TCC.
No, he also may have stayed on the 18th. It's the same situation. They're married.
Hang on. I'm sorry.
It's the same situation as Virginia. They both left the same day and enrolled in services with the same place.
Okay, he needs to go back to the holding cell too.
All right.
You can talk to him back there.
All right, just go on. Well, you wait. You can just walk back there yourself. So he'll take you.
Holland, CRA 24636.
This is Mr. Steyer's case. location. He's at the counseling center.
And remained at the counseling center.
Okay, so I had some question initially whether he was going to be appropriate for outpatient, but he's doing okay now?
Yep, he's meeting what's required of him.
Okay.
And Your Honor, there was, well, I'm assuming we're going to want to continue this on to another date. So I would just leave it to the court's discretion what sort of a time frame we want to come back on.
Since he's doing well, I'd say roughly a month.
Okay, the 2nd of December, I'm on the docket already, so if that day would work.
Yes, December 2nd will work.
Okay, as well, there was a discussion last time we were here about Mr. Holland's cell phone. It was taken at the time of the arrest. I don't believe the state had the intention to use it for evidence, but I'd asked about the possibility of getting that released, and I don't know if the state followed up on that.
I personally do not know the answer to that, but I will certainly check.
Is there any
Jasmine, do
note
you
in the
know?
file by any chance?
There is not any.
Here's the officer that's in that yard.
Oh, okay. I apologize, Luke. Officer kept his cell phone. Officer says he didn't take the phone.
Okay, so the officer says he didn't keep the phone, Mr. Holland says he did. All I can do is ask if you guys can check and make sure it didn't get entered into evidence.
I will do that.
Okay, thank you. So if it got entered into evidence, they don't need it, I'll try to get back for you. If not, you may have lost it somewhere. Thank you.
December 2nd, 10 o'clock will be the next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Bill, did you leave your computer?
State of Ohio versus Patricia White, case number CRB 632, excuse me.
May I step through, Your Honor?
Yes. Ma'am, you're Patricia White?
No, I'm going against her.
Oh, you're
Drawing it.
filing a motion?
I'm sorry. You're okay. Never done this before. It's okay.
Patricia's not here, but this is a victim, and she'd like to drop that.
You're Allison
Yes,
Paisley?
yes, sir.
Paisley? Paisley?
Yes, sir.
You don't want a protection order?
No, no, sir.
What's the state okay with that being withdrawn?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, at your request, ma'am, I'll withdraw the protection order that had been issued.
Thank you.
So that's on case number 24632. Protection order withdrawal.
State of Ohio versus Kimberly D. Trout, case number CRB 24252.
Mr. Scott's your lawyer?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard from him. Did you get arrested, or you just came in on your own?
I got arrested. I missed my court date.
But I mean, recently you got arrested?
Yeah.
How'd you bond out, or how'd you get out of jail?
No, the judge let me out, saying I'd come to court today.
Well, I'm showing, you had bond forfeiture hearing was set for November 22nd, arraignment he got arraigned on it, November 24th. I know. That's not my handwriting, I don't know who wrote that. Looks like the last time you were here was last summer, is that right?
Yeah.
Mr. Scott wouldn't know you were to be here today. So Mr. Sowers is the one that called you to get you in. Your bail bondsman?
Yeah.
Well, I think what we need to do, according to what I see in here, is have you do a urine screen today.
Okay.
So let's have you go do a urine screen. Do you think you're going to be clean or dirty?
I'm going to be clean, but I'm on Suboxone and I'm prescribed.
Okay, well, let's see what that shows.
State of Ohio versus Lily Howard, case number TRC 21-15-13, A, B, and C.
And this is for sentencing. Because you're paying off fine and restitution, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a payment today?
Yes, sir, I do. She wouldn't let me pay it. She told me I had to wait till after court. Sir, I've been trying to get Kentucky Welfare to give me a letter saying that I'm not over there no more for medical, and it's been like a month, and they finally sent the letter to me this Friday, and so I got my letter in the mail going to Ohio Welfare, but I can't go to rehab without my medical, and so I've been fighting Kentucky Welfare all this time, and I've been on the phone like 2 or 3 hours every time. And they said they would fax it to the welfare, but they didn't. So finally I asked them, please just send it to me. And then I made copies and I sent it to the welfare. So hopefully I'll get my medical back.
Okay. Well, you went to Monarch, right?
Yes, sir. My medical wasn't in effect in there either. Since July, I ain't had my medical.
Oh, okay. So you can't get treated?
No, sir. I have to wait.
All right. You made a payment on October 7th.
Yeah, I'm going to make one again today.
How much are you paying?
50.
Okay.
The lady said I had to wait till you say it was okay.
All right, I'll say it's okay.
Okay.
And I'll set your next one for December 6th.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge Capper, is she trying to get Ohio medical?
Yes, I'm trying to get
She lives in Kentucky, I believe.
I was in Kentucky rehab, and they had to get the medical.
Are you residing in Kentucky?
No.
You're in Ohio?
Yeah.
Maybe Juanita can help.
I was gonna say, we can put her under our grant and we can probably help her get that taken care of.
Yeah, I got the papers
until-
here.
Okay.
What did
Why
you
don't
say,
Talk
Dean?
to Juanita before you leave.
Okay. December what, sir?
6th. December 6th.
At 10?
10.
Okay, thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Michael Davis of the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 24-649, A and B, CRB 24-98, and B, CRB 24-215.
I'm sorry. We have a complication that arose. Apparently, someone connected to the alleged victims in one of these cases is at Bethesda, so Bethesda's not going to take him, but they've made arrangements and he is able to go to hometown with the court's approval.
Okay.
Doesn't change anything other than where he's going, doesn't change the timing.
I'll approve him being picked up by hometown for inpatient treatment, be back here on the 12th for his next hearing.
Where is from hometown at?
Do you want to know where the house is? It's in Pedro.
It's in Pedro.
They don't have any closer to here?
No.
All my family's right around here.
They've got a place in Pedro.
That's in Lawrence County, sir.
How far is Pedro?
It's about 20 minutes from here.
It's not that far from Ironton.
What is it, out by like Sunrise or something? I'm not familiar with it.
I don't know where Sunrise is.
I don't know. It's around. It's local. I promise. And Your Honor, unrelated, regarding the 2 folks who went into custody, I believe they may be co-defendants. I represent him. She's represented by Mr. Stratton, who's not here today. I've asked I alerted Mr. Smith, he's getting a hold of Mr. Stratton and may be able to fill in, so that she has some representation today.
All right, we'll call when we get to the end.
Sure, I just,
Okay, that finishes up at the jail.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Buford Jones, case number TRD 20-2767, TRD 2017-95A and B, TRD 2016.
Your Honor, my name is on their post-conviction, I have been reappointed.
It's a sentencing. All right, we're on the sentencing docket for Mr. Jones. I think he has a bond up, he does, and just getting him to take care of his obligations. Do you have a payment today, sir?
I paid for last month and this month. I gave her 150 for last month, 50 this
So you
month.
paid 100 today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next hearing, December 6th. 10 o'clock for sentencing. December 6th.
10 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio recalls Trevor Defendant, case number CRB 24-344, CRA 23-514, CRB 21-167.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Your Honor, I've reached out to Mr. Dement. He is out of town. His job takes him out of town. He's out of town working today. My apologies for that. Ms. Dement has gotten a report that shows that he is compliant at this point. I'm going to ask for a continuance. I'm going to ask for Tuesday of next week. If the state objects, I will tell Mr. Dement he needs to get himself in here ahead of a warrant.
Swallow.
I believe my notes reflect the same, that he had completed inpatient and was working on outpatient treatment, so we would have no objection to continuance at this point.
I'm saying Tuesday because that's the soonest that I think he would be back, but if the court has a better day, obviously we're at your mercy on this.
Continue to November 12th, Tuesday, November 12th will be his next hearing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I will advise him to be here in person.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Kimberly D. Trout, case number CRB 24-252.
Okay, you tested as you said you would, so that's good. Do you have contact information for Mr. Scott? Do we have a card for Mr. Scott? Because you haven't talked to him.
I haven't talked to him, no. I didn't have his number.
Okay.
My husband spoke to him once.
Well, we're gonna have to get you back on the docket when he can be here.
Okay.
I think the clerk would have his.
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to go to the clerk, get his contact information. I'll let Mr. Sowers know that you showed up.
Okay.
And that you tested clean. That I can't proceed without your lawyer being here today.
Okay.
So we'll need to get you back in here when he's gonna be here.
Okay.
Let's set it in December because sometimes he's out, he's in a reserve unit or something, so.
Okay.
Sometimes he's gone. I'm gonna set it for December the 13th.
Okay.
And go with Mr. Cooper. He'll meet you in the clerk's office and get you the phone number for
Okay.
Mr. Scott.
Thank you.
Did you write it down today, December 13th?
December the 13th.
10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock?
10 o'clock, December the 13th.
I was told the witness not coming, they're still waiting on a witness. Is that correct?
Mr. Anderson's not doing it, and Ms. Waldo is, and Mr. Lehman got called out, but he should be here in the next 5 minutes.
Okay. Well,
He's on
let's
his
just
way
take-
back.
I'll take a recess and then we'll come back. Court's in recess.
You know what he's gonna do? He's probably gonna wait till they get up the documents. That's what he does. And he'll call it. Just in case. That's a good question. That's, I'll check on it when I get, I'll go over there and check on it. Let's see. I need to check on some of these. I'm not sure what happened in some cases. I had a major neck surgery. She said, I think you need neck surgery. I said, what? How do we go from a checkup to 6 weeks?
All the time?
I'm doing good. Everything like this.
So must be complicated.
No. I missed the shade you came to church.
And she still went on to outpatient treatment.
She got the car.
So I thought she
She
was
was
over
nice. Where's her hair get red? It looks a little bit. But I think Rainey's has a little bit. Yeah. Look how fresh. Yeah. Yes.
Some of these cases, I don't even know what it
I'm
on computer on. And then I'm gonna do these GPOs.
I'm running this through here too fast.
No, I love it that you're running fast because I can get up here and do some work.
Yeah.
But I can't, I'm never gonna do something. Because I'm not that fast.
And it goes, well, that's not good for you, so, you know, something like that. I have a memory phone and it's gonna just, yeah. That's how it may be.
I think that's what he said, yeah.
He's on the docket, should be coming up. Probably after this recess.
We hurry through this stuff and then we gotta wait because the witnesses don't show up. This was set for 10 o'clock on this Thursday.
They should have been here.
And then he wrote back in and called me out and something. He should have said, I have to call somebody else because I've got to be in court. He's subpoenaed.
I don't think he could have, because he had to have a key to his office. He had somebody coming from Huntington or something. He had a bunch of stuff at his office. There was a gun laying out. And
Whatever.
I don't know.
Like Judge Owen says, the court comes first.
Yeah.
We were set for 10 o'clock and he's still not here.
He was here earlier.
Brad was?
Yeah.
Oh, so he got all the way.
He was here this morning. Yeah.
Okay.
Looking for his last name.
McGlone. McGlone. Did you get hold of somebody or?
I'd left him a message, but now I'm.
Roger said he'd stand in for him. Because he hadn't responded to Roger at all. Roger's called him, texted him.
That's not like him either.
No, well, I'm thinking, he continued a bunch of stuff that he had scheduled. I'm thinking he missed this one, and I think he had a trial set.
Roger may have to stand in.
Yeah, Roger said he would. Said he didn't know anything about it, but he'll at least stand up with him.
Okay.
Arlen, what are you doing? Good week.
Yeah, you know.
by yourself?
Just me.
No, he's just on a small break.
Okay.